Kurang bisan wah janggama kurang bisan ya matrenelo iyan dem marong iyan den jay kai wai iyan dem marong suma iyan dem marong kai wai kurang bisan wah janggama mernala big wajal sumanje ke naise yo ya maton iyan kilime na fonye bang fan tv iyan kilime na fonye bang fan tv iyan kilime na fonye bang.
Good afternoon, viewers. Good afternoon, fellow students of the Gambia College. I am very much happy to be with you this afternoon. And I am Sana Bojang, the Information and Communications Minister of the Gambia College Students Union. As you may be aware that the Gambia College Students Union policy debate unfolds, here we are again for another great battle between the two aspiring candidates for the position of Information and Communications Minister in the upcoming Gambia College Students Union election. The two aspiring candidates are Honorable Musa Banja, who is on my right hand side, and the other one is Honorable Alhaji Babu Cham, who is in my left hand side. Before I finally give them the opportunity to introduce themselves, I want to tell them the debate rules and regulations. First of all, answering questions is not obligatory upon each and every one of you. You might choose to answer questions, you might choose to answer questions. The ball is in your court. And finally, let us debate based on policies. Let us not insult one another. Let us not humiliate or mock one another. We are family and we are all students of the Gambia College. On that note, I wish you all the best of luck in this endeavor and hoping to see you all being successful. And now I will start with Honorable Alhaji Babu Cham to please tell us who he is.
Good afternoon to you all. It is indeed a pleasure, and I'm obliged to be here today, to stand in representing my school, not only my school, but the entire Gambia College students. And most of all is standing by the banner of Team Webs. That is to, we all know what Team Webs is doing for individuals here. I cannot introduce myself without not talking about it. I'll remind you my name. My name is Alaji Babu Cham, right? The School of Education, major in English and SES, Social and Environmental Studies. I think that is a little about me. You'll get to know more about me when we meet in person. To those of you viewing from the phone or whatever, I want to tell you that we love you, the Gambia College and Webs. We love you. We inquire, propose, and the students decide. That is everywhere in the school and everywhere you are. And I want to let you know that we love you. Thank you. That is a little bit about me.
Thank you very much, Honorable, for letting us know who you are. Now I will hand over the mic to Honorable Banja to tell us who he is.
Thank you, Mr. Sanaboja. Good afternoon, viewers. First of all, I would like to thank Sana for giving us this opportunity to meet in person and debate based on our policies. Because I know this is the most important thing. Students have to know our policies before they vote for us. And I would also like to thank Fine TV for giving us this great opportunity. We love you and thank you very much. May you prosper. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am Musa Banja, commonly known as Mandela Junior. I own the pen of the Gambia College here. So what I do normally, I write. And I'm a student of the School of Education. I'm majoring SES and PE here too. And I'm vibing for the position of Information and Public Relations Officer, IPRO. I wish you all could vote for me so that changes will come, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Banja, for also letting us who you are. Now that will take us to the next question. Can you please tell us what are the roles and responsibilities of the Information and Communications Minister?
All right. I'm obliged. Well, actually, as we stand here today, this is not the first platform, and then we know I would want to ask for a request first before I start with my policies, right? Every one of us here has the right to tell your policy and then I will point it out if my policy has been copied. Like, I don't allow carbon copy here. You come with your policy, I come with my policy. You prove that your policy is standing to mine, all right? So therefore, I will just come straight to what I have to you. We have political, constitutional mandates, and then we have policies. I hope my opponent here will not bring me some constitutional mandate as his policies. As an information minister, being that I have been experienced, I know what it is about information. I have few policies to your importance. Right, my communication policy is further divided into some few categories. We have the consistency policy under the communication policy. The consistency policy, however, it is with whereas all informations that will be shared should be consistent and then should be relevant to only the Gambia College, if they are from the Gambia College. Another one, I will not go deep into it because I'm not sure that my information that I'm going to give you here will not be carbon copied again. All right. Another one also is credibility, right? Our informations, we have to make sure that all the informations that we are having in regards to the college, it's credible. That is, it is in regard to what the college is having here right now. Don't relate informations elsewhere. We relate our informations that are in from the college. Another one also is confidentiality. We have to make sure that all the informations we are giving out to the students, it's confidential. As we know, this is an institution of recommendation. It is recommended. We are not asking for validations. We already know that we are standing at a point. So we have to make sure everything that we are saying in regards to the college, it is confidential. It is straight to it. That is all under one policy. Under one policy. That is the communication policy. Another one also is media management policies. As we are talking here, we do not have a media body already. That is what we call like how QTV is, how the press union is, how JRTS is. Here, we are using platforms like social media platforms like WhatsApp, Instagram, and other information bodies to share information. We have to make sure that they have a media management policy, whereas all the information that should be sent should be straight in regards to what is going on in the school. And then what? It should have rules. You don't have to just come and send information anyhow. You have to make sure the information you are sending, it's what? It's under the media management policy. You should not give out information like that. It should be approved. It should go by the policy that states that every information should pass through the information body before coming to the body, to the general student body. It have to be straight and what eligible to for the students to hear. So it should be approved before sending out. And then a whole lot another one too. Also, I'll complete. They are very wide, so therefore I will conclude with these three. The last one, that is the event promotion policies. I was a student in the college here. Being that this is not my first year, not my second year, but this is my final year, right? This is my final year in the Gambia College. I am very well experienced and I know whatever is going on in the college here, right? So therefore, I know what events I've been going through here. All the information that is in regards to the events that are going on in the Gambia College are rare for you to know sometimes. You find it very hard to know that there's an event going on. I was once invited at an event promotion, and I never knew about it until I was invited to it. And then the information body is the one responsible to let every Gambia College students to know about it. So I'll make sure that informations are what? Are promoted throughout all platforms in the Gambia College. So I think I will stop with these three policies that has to do with information, and then I will give the button to my my colleague here. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Honorable, for letting us know your responsibilities as Information Minister. Now, I will hand over and give the opportunity to Honorable Banja to also tell us his roles and responsibilities as I beg your pardon, as Information Minister.
Okay.
I
I'm
ask
disappointed. I'm very disappointed with my boss here.
I ask
English major, you are asked your role and responsibilities. You are telling us your police. This is not what I was expecting. Anyway, I don't think that will be my business. The students are viewing. They're already disappointed. So here, you're asking me my role and responsibilities, what the Constitution asks me to do if I'm in office. That is different from what I will do extra. So here, as an information minister, it's your responsibility to always observe the work and also question all the other executives about their roles. You understand? Asking, look, because they give their policies, you have to check whether they are doing their roles by interviewing them. That will, take me to, that will also take us to another policy, which will mean you are responsible of also the magazine of the union. That is your responsibility. The publication, all the dates, you are responsible. All those should be under your control. You understand? And also all the rights of all the information that will be shared should not be broadcast without you approving it. As an information minister, you and your ministry are responsible of checking all the information before they will be sent to the student body. It's your responsibility. So without wasting more time, these are some of the responsibilities of our information minister.
Thank you so very much, Honorable, for also telling us your roles and responsibilities as far as the information and communications officer is concerned. Now it will also take us to the next question, that is, why do you think you are the right person for this position, Honorable? Why do you think students would vote for you as their information and communications minister in the Gambia College?
Well, that answer itself, I was a little bit, in fact, I'm left with razzmatazz in my like imaginations right now. Um, I hold Gambia College student who cannot even pronounce information as of informations is not qualified to stand in representing the Gambia College. I'm left with this. In fact, my brain is laughing right now. You know, I'm disappointed, honestly. Okay, but in another way, I'm presentable. I can stand anywhere. I've represented bigger, institutions. I'm not saying it's not a bigger institution, but I've been in bigger platforms, knowing that information is knowledge instead of knowledge is information. Because information itself is power and knowledge, it's information. So being that I'm the right person for the Gambia College students in what way? I'm presentable, I'm educated, I have been spending my resources, my energy, my focus, my everything on information and language and its diversity. This man here has nothing to do with language because he cannot even construct a good sentence, simple sentence. He cannot make up with a good sentence. So therefore, we will not be or we will not make a mistake of making this kind of people in our frontliners, right? So I'm the right person because I've represented in a lot of information bodies that I've not done anything but impress them and make them happy about what I do, right? So this is the right thing. So do the right thing.
Thank you so very much, Honorable. Now I will give the opportunity to Honorable Banja to also tell us why he thinks he is the right person for the position of information and communications minister in the Gambia College students.
Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to inform him that currently I'm part of the information ministry. And before that, before I will even be taken there, I was approved. I was approached by the then ML Fati, Information Aid Executive Council, their information minister, to be part of his council. But I told him no. I already discussed with Sana. He approached me. Both of them approached me because they know what I can do. I know you are not part of any information ministry. You are not part of any information ministry. And I can show you all the evidence that lot of these parties you are reading, I wrote them in our information ministry. When my boss will text me, Sana here, and call me or directly and tell me, go online, there's a dispatch, you write it. I will write it. I never heard about you. I never see your write-up or whatsoever. Everyone knows me as a writer. So when you say I cannot construct anything, it's the same. So you cannot brainwash the students. They all know what I can do. Everyone know Mandela. So when you say I cannot construct a sentence, so you are trying to believe in yourself. So everyone know what I can do. So currently, I'm already part of the information ministry, and everybody will know what that means. I learn a lot from the outgoing information minister who is seated here. So that alone is a clear manifestation that this position is mine because I've already learned from him. I wrote these pages. You understand? So this is not the only place where I've served as an information minister. Even there are a lot of positions, FJO, I'm the information minister. When you go to team leadership and public speaking, I'm the secretary there. All those deal with writing. But I agree that I cannot construct a sentence, but yet people approach me to be part of their executive bodies, to just be writers there, either information or, like he said, information. I don't know how I pronounce it. I agree with all of that. But I'm trying to remind him that many of the dispatches he's writing, they pass through me. I read them, and my boss will then check and ask this for you.
Thank you so very much. Upon hearing your experience as per the roles that you have been performing, I want to just ask you this question: what are the key things that are contained in when disseminating an information?
Your question is very important, and then in fact, it brings me a point where I have to point out certain things, the key things necessary for information. Like, in fact, part of my policies, confidentiality. You know, you should have reference to what you are saying, and you should make sure that your grammar is in line because you don't know where your information is reaching. It is not an excuse to not speak good English. You should speak good English as a media personnel because you don't know where you'll be representing the institution. You are the institution when you go outside. If you cannot construct a sentence, what do you call yourself? A student? No, you are not a student because you have not been learning. I did not pass through any institution to learn this. I passed through the same level he've passed through. But being that we have taken diversity and its diversity, that is that I'm specializing on English, I know what it is. I'm credible and I'm ready to do it. The key things you need to be an information minister is that you have to be presentable, and then you have to know the knowledge, and you have to be ready. You cannot look like a beggar and then you want to treat me. When a doctor looks like a beggar, if however qualified you are, you will not touch my body. You have to be presentable. When you are something, you have to be ready to be that. Look at him. Is this what you want to represent our schools elsewhere? He's not ready. I am not built in this. I worked for this. I earned this for myself. All right. So you have to get ready and prepare to be presentable when you are information minister. And then about qualifications and all that. Bro, don't talk about that. I built my own media club in this Gambia college, and they've been doing wonders. Even right now, as I'm talking to you, they've sent a dispatch. I started that from scratch, from nothing to something. I've pulled my own money and paid for that to happen. You're talking about a minister. You've never been a minister. You were a committee member. You've never been a minister. And then you're talking about writing a ministry, writing something about a ministry. That tells a lot about that ministry. Should you write that ministry? Should you write that dispatch? Should you be the one to write that? And stop talking about all these things you're doing. In this era of artificial intelligence, you are an AI personnel. We all know that. It is clear to everybody. It is clear to everybody. So please don't talk about experience. Leave experience there. Because you are not ready. All right? So be presentable, have inference, have reference, have confidentiality. Those are the key components for a media personnel. I think that answers your question.
Thank you so very much. Now I'll hand over the mic to Honorable Banja.
Thank you. Again, he missed your question. Your question is, when you are writing a dispatch, what are the key components? He was mocking. Was that the question you asked him? So you have to listen to the question with your brain, not your eye. You have to listen and know what he's asking you. Someone is asking you the component when you are writing a dispatch, because you don't even know what how to start a dispatch. That's why you start telling you will be presentable, you will be this, you will be that. It's not necessary. Answer the question they ask you. The question was the key component. The key components when you are writing a dispatch, where the dispatch is coming from, where it is coming from, and also where is the dispatch going, the date of the publication of the dispatch. The subject also matters because students, when they read the subject, they will say, no, I'm not read. I should not read this. You understand? The subject. Then when you go also, you go to the content of the dispatch. You don't have to be writing big words. You are right. This is an information that you are just passing. It's not like something you are trying to educate people there. It's an information you are sending to people. Make it simple and short. Let it be precise. Let them read and understand when you are saying. But when they are reading just information, they are reading mere information, trying to go back to the dictionary to find your words. Come on, it's not necessary. So when they ask you a question, my brother, please answer the question. You haven't answered a single question since we sit here. I'm just wasting my time. So when they ask you a question, answer it, please. So these are the key components. Where it is coming from, where it is going to, the subject, the content, and the person that writes it. That person that signed it. so that anything, then you will be held accountable. So those are the key components when you are writing a dispatch. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Honorable, for telling us. And now I want to ask you this question. As you all know that no one is perfect and we are all bound to make mistakes, how about if an information minister happen to send, let's say for instance, you happen to send an information that is misleading to the general students body. What should you do at that point in time as information minister?
Human beings, like you say, perfection is just a word. It never exists. Even they will say, practice made perfect. Those are just words. Practice, it make improvement, but not perfection. So yes, I will not say I will not say here, yes, I will not make that mistake. But let's assume I make that mistake. First thing I will do, because it will be obvious that I will be an admin to all those groups. I will just close the group, try to delete the messages. If it is too late to delete those messages, then a dispatch, I will close the group, then a dispatch will immediately follow to rectify our mistake and to hold myself accountable as the minister for that mistake. I'm not saying I will do that mistake, but you say, let's assume that I did the mistake. So when that happened, it is obvious that I will close the group. When I close the group, then another dispatch will say, and maybe perhaps an hour or two, then everyone will see it. Yeah, just to make sure things get okay. But you have to hold yourself accountable. You don't have to say, no, it's a mistake, I don't intend it. No, as a leader, you hold yourself accountable before people hold you accountable. So it is my mistake, and I take full responsibility. Then I make that correction with another dispatch. That's what I will do.
Thank you so very much. Now, Honorable, uh, if you are also in the shoe of mistakenly sending a dispatch that is misleading to the general students, what do you think you should do, or what are you going to do in this case?
With utmost disappointment and embarrassment to have been sitting with an individual like this. It's so heart touching here, honestly. But and yes, your question, I will not go back to clarify certain things. They are not talking about facts or whatever. They are asking you to answer questions in detail. Good. So I have a policy that talks about, you know, management policy. Again, like I said earlier, accountability is one of them. There's a sub policy in it. Taking accountability is what, as we all agree that it's only God and the dead um, seem to be perfect, can have mistakes with no impunity. Only God and the dead, because God doesn't make mistakes, and the dead is already dead, cannot make a mistake. So him and we make mistakes. But as a leader, being that I've served as a leader in a like I've been a head boy. We all know what that is, right? I've been a head boy, so I've been faced with a lot of problems and mistakes and all that, and I know how to remedy them. As a leader, it's not that you should just come and caricature yourself that okay, this was a mistake, and then like this and that, like he did. He's not experienced. Like as a leader, when you make a mistake, you have to find a way to remedy that. In what way? Meet certain people, let them serve informations for you while you are writing your mistake. Instead of admitting that mistake straightly in front of everybody, because mindset is different. Have certain people who will be disseminating misinformation to you. Meet the first person closer to you. Tell him that okay, I made a mistake. This was not what I wanted to do. Now that person will tell the friend, okay, this was not a mistake. This is what he wanted to do. While you are preparing for the main mistake to be rectified. Okay. He is fond of doing or closing the group chat. I've been joining his group chats. He has over 400 followers in that group chat. Since I've been there to now, nobody have sent even a whatever in that group. He is the only admin there. He's so selfish. He's not ready. He calls himself a motivational speaker. What have you achieved? Where have you been? What do you have? Who can you motivate? I've been laughing of your motivations. I've been reading other books. I've been seeing you copying everywhere and pasting it there. Bro, you're not ready. Get ready. Right? So that is what you do. You admit, but then you have to also talk to the people closer to you to disseminate your information for you. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Honorable. That will take us to the other question. That is, can you please tell me or tell the students what do you have for them, your policies and programs that you want to implement as information minister?
Thank you so much. Well, I'm a very disappointed motivational speaker. I agree. But when it comes to my group, I always open it for debate. I always give topic and people will debate on. Then I will close it because people are from different backgrounds. That group is not for chit chats; it's there for motivation. So even your busy youngs, you always debate in those group. That group. A lot of people debate there. I open it. Even tonight, there's a debate. There's a debate tonight, so you can follow it. I don't even know how you get my number. Whether I don't know if you. I think you texted me to save your number so that you can get my codes. But yet my codes are not relevant. Thank you. Okay. My policies have a lot of plans for the students if they vote for me. First of all, is to sign an partnership and MOU with a radio station. I wanted to make it a TV station, TV program sort of, but I choose a radio because of reason. Sometimes a TV, most of the time, it is going to take time. Sometimes you will not be at home. Sometimes you will be very far placed. But what I said here, I said, let me choose a radio program so that even if you're at work, you can just turn on your radio and listen. I have been in a lot of radio, stations. I know them, Paradise Radio and other radios. I took poets from the grassroots and take them to their to radio station for the first time. Sometimes I took my own money, take poets to the studio. They will record for the first time. I guide them. I help poets to launch albums. I do a lot of stuff, but I haven't achieved anything yet. Just like he said, but I'm trying. So signing that partnership with the radio station will help because it's part of our roles to at least interview the executive members, union members about some of the work they are doing. So when I call them on the radio, the students will have that opportunity to call them or text messages and be questioning them because not all students can face them. I know we have suggestion box. Me and my ministry this year, I'm part of the information ministry. We achieved that. We make sure we have suggestion boxes. But not everyone is willing to write. But with radio station, at least it's an alternative. If you don't write, you can call or text during the program. Sometimes we will invite even lecturers. Sometimes we will invite class reps from all the four sister schools. That is one of the plans I have for the students. And also, I'm a co-founder of the Gambia College, sorry, SDA Writers Club. It's a writers association that we organize, we establish here. So my plan is when I'm in office, I want to expand it with collaboration with the education minister. Instead of STA Writers Club, it's going to be Gambia College Writers Association. All the four sister schools will be included. And the executives, we will make maybe an interview, an election sort of, where the executives will be from all the four sister schools. So that Writers Club is going to be, open to all the four sister schools. Instead of just STA Writers Club, it's going to be Gambia College Writers Association. That is also another plan I have them. Okay. Another plan I have for them is the creation of a WhatsApp channel. We have a lot of platforms. We have a lot of platforms where people used to be sending information like WhatsApp groups and all that stuff. But this channel, it's a new update. WhatsApp, give us now. That's why a lot of people are running from Twitter and other places. Instead, they just create a channel. I'm sure 95% of the students are using WhatsApp. They already have a WhatsApp. We cannot tell them to go and to download another app also just to be sending information there. They have their group chats, no problem. But this WhatsApp channel will comprise all the students from the four sister schools. Then that four sister schools, all the students will be there so that the information dissemination will be easier. That is also one of my policies. And that one, immediately I'm in office. In fact, that day I will just try and create that. Another one is a collaboration with the sub clubs in the four sister school. We have clubs here: science club, agricultural club, and all other clubs. During when they have activities, when they have programs, when agricultural club in the school here have programs, people at RN will never know it. They will not even know something is going on here. And we are all Gambia, this is Gambia College. So I will stop with them. I will work with them. If you are hearing me, the clubs, if you vote for me, your people vote for me, I'll work with you people, hand in glove, to ensure that all your activities, your flyers, everything is published. I will send it to the channel and other platforms because it's your right. Because you already registered, you pay your money to register as a club here. So if it is not restricted to one school, for instead all the schools are eligible to be part of that club, then obviously I will help you people to make sure that I will sell all your agendas. That is part of my responsibility. That is also one of my policies. So I will not say all my policies. I will stop here. Maybe if you have other question later, you can ask me. Because it's not safe to tell him everything right now. Thank you.
Of course, I will have follow-up questions later, but then I will give the mic to Honorable Chang to also tell us his policies.
Again, I'm glad that this time he is able to structure his words. In fact, I was trying to check out whether he will make some, grammatical suicide again, but it was fine. You're working on it a little bit. It's good that you're a fast learner. You're learning within. Um, well, to clarify a point, he is talking uh, about your group chat and all that. Don't talk about policies. Don't talk about what everything everybody can do, and you call them policies. Creating group chats here, sending whatever, not a policy. All right. So a few of my policies, like I've started, misinformation. I instead of telling you the roles, I talk about the policies, but I'll repeat on it so you clearly understand what I wanted to say. So my policies again are, you know, event promotion policy. That is what he was saying. That is why I do not want to speak first because you'll be repeating my policies. Event promotion policy is whereby you'll make sure all the events that are happening in the school here, it's credible and it is heard all over the schools, be it RN, be it public health, be it agriculture. Saturday is an interesting day to witness. I've been once there, and he have never attended any event. So I'll make sure all the informations are shared within, and then they are authorized. And then another policy, which is I'll make sure that all the information that is shared in the Gambia College are checked and balanced and accepted if they should be sent to the people, right? So authorization policy is whereby to authorize whether an information should be sent or it should not. Another policy also is the communication policy, whereas the communication policy here, all the policies that should be shared within the school should be inferential, should be referential, and should be confidential. We should make sure that the information we are sharing are confidential. Are you sure of what you are sending? Are they relevant to be sent? Is that the right time to be sent? Is it causing chaos or peace? Is it disuniting the students or bringing them together? All of these are among my policies because I'm informed in regards to information ministry. Another policy also, however, is the policy that has to deal with the students directly. Whereas you have to go in charge and then seek for information from the students. In every class, attaching to them, coming closer to them, being one of them, instead of leading them, being their friend and going with them, asking them of their problems. And then they will be with me, I will write it down and come amicably try to solve those problems. Is another policy. That is, you have to contact with the students directly, not indirectly, directly with the students and ask for their issues and solve it. By what? Giving out every information that the students need to be. I was surprised to go to the garden and see that they have no watering can. So therefore, those are one of the achieved policies. I'll go to everywhere in the school in searching for issues and then giving out information. I think those three are enough. As he was saying, my words repeated. He's my mentee. Yeah? He's learning, right? And I accept that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable, for letting us know the policies. That will take us to the next Honorable. You made mention in your policies that partnership, you'll make sure that you partner with radio stations, you'll also create a WhatsApp channel, and also collaborate with sub-clubs, among many others. How do you intend to achieve all those policies that you mentioned?
Okay. Thank you very much for this question. Well, it is not difficult. Um, okay, it is not difficult to achieve those because this is not the first time I have been leading. To create a WhatsApp channel, I will collaborate with the school leader. When I come here, I can collaborate in agriculture. I can talk with the SASA leaders there. In public health, I will talk with their leaders, and also, STA, and also I will also talk with RN their leaders there. Then with that, I will be able to get all the class reps their numbers. Then I will send the channel links for all of them to join. So when they join, So information dissemination is going to be easier with that. So that is how I plan it. I want to meet the school leaders, communicate with them to get all the numbers of the class reps, and so that I can share the group, the channel link to them, so that they will at least all join. That familiarity will be there. School of Education, Agriculture, Art, and Public Health will all be in one group, in one channel. They will all see the information at once. That have never happened here. So I want to at least try and create that for the first time. It is not existing right now, but I want to try at least Gambia College, you know, Gambia College Student Union WhatsApp channel to be exist. I want to try that, and also with the subgroups also. I already started communicating with a lot of them. They are telling me that the reason why I put this in my agenda is because I talk to them. I ask them what are your problem. They tell me our problem is people normally don't show up during our activities. I told them, well, vote for me. All your activities, I will sell them out. It is not going to be a crime. I will go out and sell your activities, your flyers. When Sama or any other, when any other club here have an activity, you tell me, you send it to me, then I will vet everything, then I will share the information and encourage people to participate if it is necessary. Then I already started communicating with them about that. So that is not a problem. And also expansion of the writers club. That one is our writers club. We established that club. I'm a co-founder. So that is not even going to be a problem. I will talk with my boss, Emen, and liaise with my education minister, that is Youngs. Then we will discuss and see how best we can establish it for all the students. Because some agriculture students even approached me and told me, look, we are marginalized in this. We are not, being members of your club. This is not fair. We have writers in agriculture. I told them, look, this is not a problem. You have your student ID. Vote for me, and you will be part of it. So if they want it, they will vote for me and they will become good writers. We'll help them. We'll bring people outside and tutor them, help them to become writers, support their writing skills, organize programs for them, writing sessions, a lot of things. So this is some of the ways I want to try and achieve these policies. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Banja. Now I will move to the next Honorable Alhaji Cham. You made mention in your policies that even you'll make sure that you promote events, and or you make sure that all the information shared are properly checked, and you will also implement communication policy, and also for event promotion policy, and to contact directly with the students so that you can know their problems. How do you also intend to achieve all these things that you have mentioned?
Well, like I said, as I am talking to you right now, you'll be surprised that I've opened a student union Instagram account already, and it is having 400 followers already. No, most of you do not have it. It is a surprise. I wanted to bring it out to you when everything is done, right? We have a GCSU Instagram account already now. Okay, I've used one of my accounts because I've been preparing for this since I came here, because I know one day I'll be ready for this, right? And then my colleague here, instead, Mr. Moderator, I would advise you to tell him to stop talking about his achievements and talk about the questions you've asked him to answer, right? Um, so how I am going to do that is, I've already started talking with the Public Health Secretary General, incoming secretary, because they're already there. And one of them is that I've texted him, that is an archive now, for us to know how to deal with the public health students. They are friends, good friends. I have public health friends already. So that one, it's already completed. Aaron, as I am talking to you right now, I have people that I know there that are doing the work for us. In fact, we were left with only paying fare to Aaron to put them into our agenda now. And I have besties or whatever in agriculture already. They started calling me that. So the work is already 50%. We're only left with getting inside office and all that. This man is using politics over everything. I'm so surprised that you are that selfish. Whatever they ask you to do, the first thing you will tell them is that vote for me, and then I will do it for you. Is that fair? Are you doing it for the vote or what? It means if you are not voted in, you will not do it. Just like how you did when you were not admitted at the web's interview. What did you do? You go onto the other side and be an opponent, an opposition. That is so embarrassing. Whenever this one doesn't work, you go and find a way to challenge that thing. It's so embarrassing, of course. And then talking about the Writers Club, I'm one of them. I see what they are doing. They are doing excellent. That Writers Club, in fact, I think I have more say compared to you because I can write better than you. I can teach you how to write. Right. So do not talk about credit or whatever you call it. Right. Let's focus on what they are asking you. What I'm going to do is, in collaboration with the students, I already have them in my hand, and then I'll help them hand in glove in improving onto these things. Right. So finding a way to do this will not be a problem because we've already started working on it. The information is going high. The only thing we need now is to have the authorization as we are the information minister, and I know I'll be there in few weeks to come, inshallah. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, Honorable. I think I will also have a follow-up, Honorable Panja, a follow-up question as to what you just said. You said you will make sure that you partner with radio stations, and then you made mention in your statement how you intend to achieve those ones. Knowing full well that media nowadays is something that is expensive, and the union is running at a loss, I can say, because the students' union dues are not much, and we use them, to implement so many things. So, in case you don't have, fund from the union or support from the union, how do you also intend to achieve that?
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to tell him. He said, I said I'm politicalizing everything, saying that if you do not vote for me, I'm not, no, I will not do the work. Look, I'm doing everything possible right now because I'm already part of the information ministry, working with them, helping the students, giving them information. What are you doing? You are not doing anything. What are you doing for the students as we are speaking? What exactly are you doing for them? So already I'm giving them information. We are writing information, sending it to them. That alone shows that I'm ready for this work. So most of the time when they ask you a question, you run away from the question, try to mock or whatsoever, which was not part of the rules. I will not mock. That is not what I'm trained. I have morals. I will not mock. I will never. So you should try and improve on that. You should definitely try and improve on that. When they ask you a question, answer it. Don't run away from the question trying to mock. No, you haven't answered any question here. Yes, I started that. No, when what they ask you, answer that question and we move on. Okay, to your question, I have been going to radio station. They have been inviting me as a guest. I've been going there, and I've been trying to, I've been trying to talk with lot of them about this. I talk with Paradise, FM. I also talk with Sen FM. They told me this is about Gambia College. So when this will work, when it will work, then of course we will accept it. If you want, if you will be serious, then obviously we'll accept it. I told them, look, wait if I'm in office and if I get the support, then obviously we will do it. I know some of the time they will help me financially, union. But when they run out of cash, then of course I will sacrifice my own cash. But sometimes the one that I'm inviting, the guest, will at least try and use his cash because we are not all having, anything. We are not having profit from it. Maybe we doing this, we're sacrificing for the students. So, but for Paradise FM, they even told me some of the time we will give them fair. That is not a problem. We will give them fair to at least use that and go home. So that will not be a problem, definitely. Sacrifice your own pocket money to ensure that what you promise the student, you fulfill it. I will do that. Definitely, I will do that. I can sacrifice for that. But for Paradise Radio, they are even ready to help. They are even ready to help and give refund fares. So that is not a problem. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you so very much, Honorable Banja. Um, I also have a follow-up question for the Honorable Minister Cham. In your statement, based on when you are telling us your policies, you said you'll make sure that all the information that are shared are properly checked. And knowing full well that the Gambia College, people write information at different angles, and then they keep on sharing it to different platforms. How would you make sure that all those information are being checked or passed through the information ministry?
Well, In fact, I will not talk about what you talk about. I will not waste my time. Yeah. So another important point onto how to execute that plan is being that I'm well informed about most of the media clubs. In fact, the only one available right now is SAMA, Student Affairs Media Advocacy. I know their president. I've served there as president. I've been one of the pioneers, and I'm ready to work with them. The media club, I know who is the president. The civic, I know who is the president, right? The Red Cross, I know who is the president. I know all these people. I've been here for 3 years now. I know them very well, right? And I've been talking to them. Now, the first thing I will do is to call for a meeting that will talk about how our school will be taken care of. I will give them the floor to talk about what do they want to do for the students, what they are ready to do for the students, and I will tell them how we are going to do it together. We sit, we write out our own rules and regulations, which will include me, myself. And then a point where I want to clear out is where he said that someone will write and then you send it for them. Don't ever think about that. They are radical. Those students are ready. They will never allow you to send their information for them. Whoever you are, even you are the president of the student union, they will not allow you to do that. For what they will allow you to do is they might ask you to authorize, and then you who cannot even know grammar, who don't know the rules of grammar, it doubts me how you will correct English majors write-ups, because most of them are there. All right. So then they will write, and then me being among them, and I've been working with them, I know what is the rule and how to write, the rules of writing, the rhymes of writing. I will know what to write and then how to authorize it. If it is going outside, our signature will be added there. The Gambia College Student Union, media body. And then the Red Cross and all the information bodies will know that there are rules and regulations, and then we'll work towards that. And then you've asked me a question. I am glad that you've asked a question. What do you do for the students in the Gambia College? Thank you very much for asking that. I could remember the last thing I did was I was watering the garden with them. That was the last thing I did. In fact, it nearly dirtied my leg and everything, and I hate it. Yeah, I hate that I did that because now I have to sit here and tell you I've lost the gratitude I've got from it. That was the last thing I did. What did you do for the students? All right. The other thing is I've pioneered a whole club that I've removed my hand, while my hard earned money to pay to the students union for it to be a club. Hmm? Let's call a spade a spade. Banja, it takes time, gradually to be something. You don't just have to jump and be there. You're in your second year. You have a lot to do. First year, 1 year, 3 months is what you've spent in the college. I've spent a complete 3 years, nearly 3 years, and then you want to compare yourself to me knowing the school? That is an insult to me. Sometimes proving yourself is an insult, honestly speaking. I've been serving the college when you have not even think about coming in this college. All right. So please, when you're asking about that question again, be careful. Think about it properly. Small boy.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Cham. This will bring us to the last question. And then I think that question is a headache to most of the students. When it comes to accessibility of information, we all know not all students are using smartphones, others we are using it, but their smartphones might be spoiled or anything otherwise. So how would you do as information minister to make sure that whether you are with a smartphone or without a smartphone, you will have access to information as far as your ministry is concerned? Thank you so very much.
Okay, thank you for the last question. Well, notice board. There's certain information when you know that all students are not using smartphone. You should try and have a notice board in all the schools, almost everywhere, where you will paint that urgent information, especially if it is urgent. You paste it, the students will obviously see it. But you have to inform them. You have to go to classes and tell them. If you are not using smartphone every day when you come, try to go to the notice board and see the latest. Then when that happens, obviously a lot of people will benefit. Understand? And just like I tell you, QTV, Q radio, we go to a lot of places. I have a lot of friends there. There are other urgent, information. You can just inform them and tell them, look, I know you're in a program, but you can inform. You can just say Gambia College students, if you are listening, this and that, you inform them. A lot of students are watching TV. A lot of them. A lot of them are watching TV. So with that, it will be easier. At least with that, it will be easier. With these two, two ways, I know students that are not using smartphones will at least benefit from the information.
Thank you so very much. Now to Honorable Cham.
Um, as today, I was taking a walk around the School of Education. I got to meet some students that I share a rapport and a conversation with them a little bit. We discussed on how to share information. I asked for a very beautiful dame. I asked for her number, and she was like, "Oh, I would wish to give you my number, but I'm not using any phone." And I told her, "Which year are you?" She said, "Year one." Then when I was coming here in my year one, I was having a simple talkie-talkie phone. She smiled. Then I can relate to her. It was a problem, but what I did, I am a victim of itself because I was here without a smartphone. Started from scratch through here, right? I know how it is to not have a phone. I've been one of them. But it is hard now in this era of generation where everybody gets phone to not have phone. When I was not having a phone, my beautiful young lady at home, my mom, she has a phone, a smartphone. That was the phone that I was using in the important platforms. Her phone was just like a student phone. So I added her number in the group chat. That is what I was using. So I advise students that you cannot have a whole house without phone. And then you cannot get all the information you need through vocally like this. We have to write it out. So I would advise them to use one of their phones at home because young ladies are usually with their mom and then, their brothers. They'll add those numbers there and then we'll be talking to them. I even ask her, which number are you using online? He said, okay, I'm using my mom's number. I said, okay, I will try by all means. You get the information. Right. So that is just one solution. Another solution is we will try to, like he said, that was a very smart one of him. Find a notice board, and then also I will ask them to relate themselves with the student union because they are coming to school every day. Come to Star office, come to GCSU office, in asking for questions. You know, when you want something, you don't wait for it. You go and get it. All right. So the Gambia College GCSU, it's for them. They will come there in asking for questions. I'll be asking them to come over and over again. Those who are having problems with having information, they'll come there, and then we will find it to them. They will do their part. We will do our part. Right. So it's a tete-a-tete. It's a tabula rasa thing. It is not very, very easy, but we will find a way to remedy it when they come to the college, GCSU office, okay, in few days to come. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, gentlemen. This will brought us to the end of our policy debate. But before I finally conclude, I want you to say one or two things to the general students.
Okay, thank you so much. We are concluding. So, to the students watching, we are appealing. I know the problem here is political apathy. A lot of students refuse to vote. Many of them will say, if I vote, it's the same problem. They will not solve it. These politicians are just selfish. Fine, you might be right. But if you do not vote, few people will go their cast and they will choose your representative for you. And you have nothing to say. You have absolutely nothing to say. He's from Team Webs, and I'm an independent candidate. Doesn't matter. What matters is what we are giving you as a policy, what plans we have for you. Vote for him or vote for me. But what matters is vote. That is the most important thing. Let's vote. Let's avoid saying I don't have the time to vote. Please sacrifice and come and vote. To my fellow year two students, I know it will be hard, especially you are going for teaching practice. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Talk to your mentors. Come and cast your vote. Next year, or this third trimester, you'll be here. And we are going to be in office to represent you. If you sit at home, you don't vote. Yet, there are people that will be representing you. Either you vote or not. So the most important thing is come and share your choice. Vote, please. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Honorable. Now to Babu Cham.
Yeah. I'm honored today to be here. Honestly speaking, um, it is not easy to have this, but I've spent most of my time debating. It's not my strength, but I try my best. Um, when we talk about elections, um, it is like we said, politics. Sometimes it has to be a bad thing, but when I define it to you, you'll be surprised. It is the art and science of decision making through the public means, and then you are the public you have to come and vote, right? Like he said, it was very important that he have to point out that you have to come and vote. The year twos, he's having hopes on you. All right, don't come and vote, please. And then the year threes, please come to school and vote, because we all know that who is the right person for that position, right? And then I will not conclude without not talking about this young man here. I think that you have the brave heart to come here today and sit, and the honorable man, Sana, Information Minister, and Fine TV. I thank you all today for being here. And to everyone that is having the time to watch to this end, I know when you reach at this part, you are an angel. Thank you. Thank you to all of you that have the time to come here. It is not a waste of time. It is a value time, because we are one of you. We thank you all.
Well, wonderful viewers, this brought us to the end of our policy debate, and I thank you so very much.